No, incidentally, today in Indian scenario, if you look at the water resources is going to be big constraint, keeping in view of the population growth and the climate change that is happening, and particularly in urbanization. These three factors are going to be a big challenge for any town and city in the country. So, water resource mobilization is a very, very key factor, and for which we have to really look at in terms of integrated solutions as closing the loop of water. Typically looking at surface water, groundwater, sea water, wastewater, then storm water. These areas are very critically to be really looked at, and particularly recent reports from McKinsey and Maplecraft and so many other reports which have been mentioned that India is going to face a critical problem of water supply in the years to come, and particularly their understanding and their projections of by 2050 is almost double the quantity of water which is supposed to be, made available for sustainable development. Yeah, and and the key factor on these areas looking at is the wastewater reuse and storm water reuse. And wastewater reuse has to gain popularity not only in urban areas but also in most of the mega cities where it is very critical. I think resources are, for example, Bangalore getting water from 120 kilometers, Hyderabad getting from 120 kilometers, Chennai getting water from Krishna 200 plus kilometers, and Viranam 200 kilometers. See, these are going to be the situation, and these things may not be sustainable over a period of time. And in the context of climate change, the rivers are drying up. Look at what is happening in Arkavati. Look at happening. I was instrumental right from the beginning to monitor the water availability and the Arkavati source. But today, virtually Arkavati is dried up, and the similar situation not only in this country but in the other part of the world. For example, Colorado River, within a very short time, it's going to dry up. These are some of the issues which you have to really look at. And particularly you have to take care of water resources for the growing population. I think that is a key points. And the other challenges that I look at, the assets of the urban area. See, these assets unable to be replaced because of the financial constraints. There is no virtually finances available, and the full cost recovery is not being able to do even in the best of the best places in the country. Of course, similar in the developing countries, but even in USA also there is a big problem of asset management. Unless you do the asset management, asset replacements and management, I think the system losses cannot be reduced, the quality of water. See, there are so many issues which are related to the asset management, and that is a key factor also. And in terms of the water quality issues also, we have to really look at, see, that is another day. See, even in India, even today, there is the growth, the population, particularly children less than 5 years are dying in very badly, and the situation is not improving unless the quality of water is monitored. Particularly the recent report of waters from WSP World Bank, which clearly indicate there is a 2.4 trillion rupees is lost every year in India because of the bad water and sanitation. I think this is a real measure. I think four important institutions like ASAID, DFID, ASAID, etc., they have done a study and they have come out with these issues. I think we are really have to gear up in order to produce a very good quality of water. I mean, that is another issue. So the third issue is about the sanitation. I mean, particularly on the sanitary issues. We have, there also only 25% of the cities have the sanitation, and rest of the 75% doesn't have sanitation. I think this is another key issues, and the government of India is looking very badly on this. And unless this is done, we cannot plug the 2.4 crores losses in the country. I think that has to be taken very seriously, and that not only in terms of the water quality, but in terms of the rivers being polluted, the lakes being polluted, and see the entire water availability is going to be reduced. So in providing a better sanitation, I think we have to really look at how we can plug this sewage getting into all these water bodies. Yes.